Okay, so here's the story behind how we are here and alive in Nashville. We're here and alive in Nashville.
Spoiler alert.
This is day 9, star date 9. But we're going to recap
Day 6.
day 6, what happened after our
Where
last
we're at in the blog. So
Where we're at
if
now.
you've read these ones right below, you've seen 2 videos
Yeah.
about us on the side of the road in
Yeah.
Montana. So we're on the side of the road in Montana.
Right. We broke down around 1:30 in the afternoon. I was driving along.
Overheated.
Right. I was keeping an eye on the heating gauge because it's important to do that when you're doing.
It was a hot day. We're going up and down
I pulled over super quick because I'm super fast, and
that's where the videos are. We
right.
just pulled over. We weren't sure what was happening. It was hot.
Right. And that was after actually we had pulled over, let it cool down, driven another mile, and it overheated right away.
The video ends with you talking about Uncle Ted says, and we didn't really hear.
Okay.
So
Uncle Ted, right. So we didn't want to try. We thought maybe the gauge was bad, because it had sort of gotten hot a lot earlier and then cooled down. Whatever. We didn't want to try driving because what if we were wrong that the gauge was bad and it was actually good? We wouldn't be able to stop in time because it would overheat and burn up and do serious damage. So we had called AAA.
Call AAA.
I called AAA. I have AAA. I have regular old AAA. And I call the out-of-state number. Gives me the California agent. California agent gives me to the Montana agent. Montana agent doesn't. English is her second language.
She was.
America is her second country.
I don't know if she's been.
Probably not even a country of hers.
She
probably lives in India and stays in
New
India.
Delhi or
right.
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Nonetheless, we seem to communicate okay.
But she doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's gonna send me a tow truck, and I'm pretty happy about that.
That's all we know.
That's all we know at this point. Spoiler alert, my mom lives at my mom's house. Oh, she's running away! Oh, she ducked.
She did duck.
My mom's pretty quick and pretty
move.
limber. You'll see some evidence of that later in the blog. Keep watching. Okay.
What could it be?
Yeah, what could it be? Zip. Little hint for you right there. Okay. Move along. Go, John. Go. Say some stuff.
Okay, so we're on the side of the road waiting for AAA, and then some people come and try to help us.
We're told it's going to be an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. First, the old man.
The old man came to help us. He had a truck. He pulled to the side of the road.
Yeah. Smiley old man.
Smiley for the situation.
Put his hands on his hips and didn't help us at all. He just told us, did you know that there's a higher altitude here? And that in higher altitudes, eggs boil.
Kind of smirked the whole time.
You boil water at a lower temperature. Don't you remember that?
He made some kind of crack I didn't get.
It made me feel kind of bad because I couldn't really explain.
When he came to the engine,
my fundamental principles, the physics behind
he was like, "Oh, did you break the blah blah blah?" There's some sort of joke about what might happen to the engine.
Nathan Community.
So he started off joking with us.
Kyle.
So he wasn't.
Those guys might be able to.
Didn't have appropriate gravity, I don't think.
Nonetheless, he
didn't help us, so he left.
He also told us that if you have AAA Plus, they give you 150 miles free towing.
Which sounded like gloating.
Yeah, he kind of had that same old smirk. Big guy, big old guy. Big old Montana man.
Each person that pulled over, the first thing I thought was, I'm going to have to fight this person.
Don't lie. You were like, I'm going to run.
No.
I hope Max does it.
No, I thought about it. I was like, okay, we can take this guy when I saw the old guy.
Yeah, right, and you got to worry about them stealing.
The next person.
I thought about Casablanca, and when you first saw it, you suspected immediately that dude at the very beginning was going to pick their pocket.
Next guy that came by.
Hours later, so we were 1:30 p.m. We overheated. Now it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Tow truck driver still hasn't arrived.
I think by this time we found out that he had gone the wrong way, though. Indian woman, dots not feathers, told him that we were on an entirely different freeway and sent him from a town 70 miles away as opposed to the one that was 17 miles behind us. So he was upset.
And then he got excited when he thought that we were that one car he had passed. And I was like, yeah, that's probably us. And then he's like, oh, the one with the bike rack on the back. And I was like, no bike rack. He's like, yeah, I saw you guys.
Anyway, next guy.
No bike rack. No bike rack.
Next guy comes by.
Medicine man.
Medicine man. Very large. Indian.
6'2".
Feathers, not dots.
That's too good. That's too good. All right, move on.
Okay, big, large Native American man steps out of his car, and then I'm like, I don't know if we can take this guy. And he doesn't really look at us. He says, what happened?
Man, a few words. Medicine man.
Yeah, and Max had a surprising candor in this moment. He said he overheated, and he said, and Medicine Man asks, "Did you check the radiator fluid?" And Max says, "I was gonna take the cap off, but I was scared."
Well, you saw that other video. I mean, no joke. Blow your face off.
Yeah, but he just told him so up front. He says, "I was scared." This large man he just met. Anyway, the large man says, "Do you have a towel?" He grabs a towel, pulls off the cap, puts his finger in the little radiator hole, and says, "You guys are out of fluid." As he is saying this, who arrives? But the tow truck man. So we're in a predicament because the tow truck guy's pulling up, and he's basically, without saying a word to us, having his ramp going, and he's getting ready to put us on his tow truck. And Medicine Man. Anyway, Max goes.
Right, I gotta go deal with him because I'm the one with the AAA.
Yeah, so
regular AAA, only 7 miles free towing.
Max is talking to the tow truck guy, and Medicine Man, he looks at me and kind of like, discreetly and says, "I wouldn't pay $100 to get towed." He's like, "I wouldn't get a tow truck." And I was like, "I don't want a
tow truck guy. Remember, not the nicest guy, swearing about
the tow truck guy was angry and.
But he's the one not big guy. He's the one guy I could take him by my lonesome, probably.
He looked feisty. Put up a fight.
Probably an out of control fighter. You can use that against him.
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, John clues me in that we could do without.
Yeah, and so I'm intent to persuade Max not to get the tow truck, even though the tow truck has had a horrible day because the Indian dot nut feathers sent him to the wrong place, and so Max is convinced that we just need to drive, which we can do. 17 miles slowly. It's we forgot to mention it's been thundering and lightning. The whole story. After the videos, almost
there was a storm in the distance.
Yeah, and there was lightning.
Well, we have it plays a little role, right? And we sat there and we watched the lightning.
It was kind of.
Oh, you ran to see the mile marker.
Yeah, that's not relevant though. But the lightning complemented the mood. Anyway. So Medicine Man says, "Follow me to Miles City, 17 miles back. I'm going to U-turn on the freeway and go."
But the tow truck driver won't let us leave. He's like, "We got to do the paperwork." He's not happy. I'm trying to placate him. Yeah. John's kind of laughing.
Oh, incidentally, when he's going to try to placate the tow truck guy, I turn the other way. And I see Medicine Man by his car. He's opened his door to block my view from the fact that he's peeing right there.
Probably peeing on those same grasshoppers.
No, he's peeing on the pavement, right there by his car. And I
didn't see this.
I just thought this